It was pointed out by Sagani that there was an area to the north of us that we could have gotten to, a sort of island in the middle of a river. This area, this beautiful forest, has been difficult for me. It brings back memories of my homeland. My father, before he died, used to take me out hunting with him. I was young at the time, but I soaked in every bit of the experience because it was so exciting. The dull tedium of traveling, and then, even worse, haggling on prices that were previously agreed to once we got to our destination, was no life that I wanted to live. But I love my father, and I'd probably have taken over the family business if he had lived. The things you do because you love them. I couldn't imagine life without him at the time, and now I cannot fathom how I've lived the last 15 years without him. This forest brings back a lot of memories, and a lot of pain, as well as the desire to settle down somewhere, find a woman, and raise a family of my own. There's an emptiness that I cannot seem to fill by living this life. The steward has contacted me and told me it's hireling payday. And Haravius has finished escorting a supplicant. Well, I didn't know if we needed to rest before coming out here. That would have been the smart choice, of course. I'm aware of what you sent me, the steward. We've left, well, we're in Twin Elms now. Hearthsong area. Twin Elms is a large place. Oh, look at this. A Stelgar and one of the guards. Is he Glanfathan? Estremor, still.
Hail, Estremor.
The warrior saunters over, a sneer of suspicion visible beneath streaks of paint. He glances at my gear before favoring me with a long look. Another fugitive from the burning city? The 6 tribes of Air Glanfath welcome you to Twin Elms. Before you lies the Hearthsong... Restart. Before you lies the Hearthsong district. You are free to explore it, but do not let your feet stray into the other districts. Those are forbidden to Estremorn. Why is it forbidden to enter the remaining districts of Twin Elms? Twin Elms is a sacred city built where the first keepers of the stone met the builders. It exists alongside the works of the builders, and it is the only place in all of Air Glanfath where it is permitted to set foot among these sacred places. The Estremorn, however, do not have proper respect for the stones here. His words trigger something in my memory. I see an image of a perfect cube of Vadra. Just as quickly, the image fades. A leader of one of the tribes could give you permission of the city. Only Anamenfath Bethwell is present in the passage of the Six a day, and she has her own troubles. He jerks his head at a long hut in the middle of the district. You have other questions about Twin Elms? What can you tell me about Twin Elms? The city is secret to all Glanfathans. It is a place where our ancestors first encountered the builders. That fated meeting turned our people from generations of wandering to a permanent home among the builders' relics. When the builders commanded us to settle here, they allowed us the unique privilege to live among their structures here. It is the only place near Glanfath where this is permitted. The sacred city is divided into 4 districts: Hearthsong, the Commons District; Old Song, the site of our temples; Elms Reach, home of Delmagan and the Druids; and the Burial Isle, which is the most sacred place in the city. I'd like to hear about Hearthsong. This is Hearthsong. It's a place where Glanfathans and Estremorn may gather together. It is also the site of the Passage of the Six, where our tribal leaders, the Anamafada, meet. He points to a large round building at the other end of the district. That way is to the market. Guard your purse there. No one bargains like a Glanfathan. And if you need a place to stay, follow the fence to the east. There you will find the way to the Celestial Sapling. Interesting. No, we don't have this in Readceras. Which temples lie in Old Song? There is Noonfrost, which is dedicated to Rimmergrand. A group of pale elves from the frozen Southlands arrived not long ago to oversee it. There is also the Nest, a temple of Hylia, and Galawain's Maw, a den of beasts dedicated to the hunter god. The route to the Burial Isle also lies that way. Tell me about Elms Reach. There lies Tir Evron. one of our only towers of the builders still in perfect condition. 2 great elm trees twine around it. Even the mightiest works of the gods protect the works of the builders. 2 Delmgan sisters dwell there now. The Hall of the Warriors stands at the other end of the district. Rumor has it that Glanfathan, Simmock of the 3-tusked Stalgar, is there now. Interesting name. Elms Reach is where the druids keep their halls. There are the Ovates of the Golden Grove and the Ethic Knoll of the Blood Sands. Many shudder at the brutal sacrifices of the Ethic Knoll, but High Ovate Erona is just as powerful in her own way. Do you know anything about the Burial Isle? It is the place where our Amfatha are laid to rest among stones placed by the builders. They say the souls of some of the Amfatha linger there still. The way lies through Old Song. It is the holiest place in all the Twin Elms. That's all I want to know about the city. Something else you wish to hear? I haven't heard of the Keepers of the Stone. The oldest of the 6 tribes. He points the tip of his sword at a long hut behind him. Up the stairs and into the passage of the 6. This is where our Amfatha gather. Bethwill, the Anamfath of the Gilded Compass, can tell you more. Who are the builders? Ingwithans, right? You know them as the Ingwithans. To us, they are the builders, creators of the sacred places that we guard to this day. I'll keep your words in mind. Thank you very much. Best that you keep your visit brief. Word has reached our ears that the riots have ended and the gates of Defiance Bay have opened once more. Well, I don't plan to go back there anytime soon. So I don't have
This is where the famous hunters of Glanfathan dwell?
Would seem to be. I know little of the Glanfathan ways. Much of the Dyrwood is taken up by these people. It did happen. The warriors saw the strange man break into Evron. Hope that wasn't me. How could the Estramore intruders sneak over the grounds of Elms Reach? Maybe they're talking about Theos.
Yeah.
Hello. I assure you, they saw the man break into Evron. An Orlan dressed in thick furs appears immersed in conversation. He locks his hands together to emphasize his point. I speak true. He commanded strange powers, they claim. An elven woman lifts her eyes from her furry companion and nods in my direction. Another foreigner. Did he look like this one? The Orlan turns around.
Many blessings, traveler.
What is it, Estramore? What is Evron? Evron has stood since the time of the builders, and it will stand long after we're all gone. Yes, the tower stands strong, and the gods live within its sacred hall. It's no place for unclean souls or foreigners. Tell me about the man you speak of. A strange man, a foreigner, broke into Evron, the tower under the giant elms. Estramorn cannot walk the grounds of Elms Reach. Why has he allowed him to pass? This one was unseen. He wielded a strange power we now know. You said the gods live in Evron? How is that possible? The mysteries of our ancestors are not for every foreigner to understand. I'm not every foreigner. In Twin Elms, in the temples of the builders, the gods commune with us. Be sated in knowing this truth. Goodbye. I think that they speak of Theos. Who else could it be? He was reportedly coming here. He has strange powers, certainly. Stranger than even my own. All these hunters and their wolves. I don't even know who to go speak to. We do need to rest. I wonder if there's an inn here. Or do they all sleep outside like animals? Hello? Step lightly, foreigner. You have... That's an Orlan. They have Orlans and elves and humans, yet we're foreigners to them. Hello? Oh. As I near, I feel a vibrant history containing the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from his past seem to call out to me. Reach out for the soul. I see a ragged child, oil lamp in hand, making her way down an alleyway. Mud-encrusted socks on small, numb feet push forward, despite the cold. She has eyes only for the barn ahead and the soft hay inside. She fumbles with the lock, hairpin in hand. Despite the cold, she unlocks the door with expert fingers and slips her gaunt frame inside. Somewhere between closing the door and falling to the floor, the lamp slips from her grasp. The flames try the hay tentatively and find it to their liking. Reaching faster, further, the girl screams. Outside, a woman whips through the streets, chasing shouts and smoke. Her hands are moving before she sees the flames, and from her fingertips erupt 3 near-invisible missiles of force. They shatter the barn door. The fire delights in company and roars larger in response. The screaming has stopped. Skinning herself in iron, the woman mutters a prayer and pushes forward into the inferno. The fire screeches, starving, and she responds with fury and frost and hail. She will not be swayed, and the fire is defeated. The child is weak, chest dry and searing with smoke, but alive. The woman carries her out to the cheers and applause as molten sweat dribbles down her silver face. Step back. Always intense reading people's previous experience in their lives. Well, there's no sign saying inn here. Is this one an inn? Mind your manners in our sacred grounds. So what kind of a place is this?
Yeah.
Anybody know anything about this place? The twice split arrows. Nobody in my group is aware of Glanfathan culture. The 3 tusk Stelgar. These are gods? They've heard things over the period of their lives, but they're not familiar with it. Yes, I am sure the Glanfathan will not commune together for a season at least. The fisher crane. The stone bramble. Stone bramble's their god? Hello? No. I don't need to reach out to everyone. This just seems like a holy place, like for their gods. The guided compass, the keepers of the stone. I don't think that these are their gods. I don't know what they are. The guided compass, keepers of the stone. This almost seems like the ways of their people, not their gods.
Wait. I don't know if I should go through with this. Make the trade deal with the Anamainfath.
That's also why I brought you out here, Pelagina. You want to make that trade.
If a Valiant deal with the Glanfathans weakens the Dyrwood, it could mean war for the Republics in the future.
What other option do you have?
I could put the idea in the Anamainfath's head that the Republics are not interested in exclusive trade, but limited trade of goods that they do not already trade with the Dyrwoodans.
Follow your heart, Pelagina. You know what must be done. She nods her head resolutely. This is the Anamainfath? Hello?
Another Estramore. What do you want?
A middle-aged Orlan woman stands at the back of the longhouse, an expression of irritation on her narrow features. As I approach, she takes a decisive step towards me. Sigani leans in. Careful, this woman's young for an elder, and looking to prove herself, I think. I'm looking for another who passed through the city.
Few Estramoran are given the freedom of our sacred city. That you ask for this person is suspicious. There are reasons we don't let you Estramoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
I don't think you have any clue. Has something happened recently? More than I care to think about.
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the 3 Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
She's talking about the curse. Suddenly, I feel the presence of someone else in the hall. The Anamainfath continued to glare at me, but something has stepped out of her skin. It reaches out to me.
Permitting more strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamphath Shimak doesn't sit in the passage of the Six today. He would not be so kind as I.
What is this? A vision of an Orland man appears near Bethwell. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with him, he points behind me. Turning, I see the ghostly shapes of 5 other Amenfatha, another Orland with tawny fur and a scarred face, a frowning dwarf, a black-furred Orland, and 2 elves. Who's that other Orland? He looks just like you. A scowl creases her round face. Is this your idea of a joke? Your kind have no sense of subtlety. The spectral Orland takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence strain between them, and he grimaces and leans forward as if struggling against a gale. The angry Amenfatha winces. War! The spectral Orland's voice is a rasping croak. They're headed for war. Remind them of Farewell's warning. They're talking to me. She cannot see them. And everything I say, all sides can see. Does Farewell's warning mean anything to you? Farewell's soul image gasps. Taut threads of essence tug at him, drawing him back into the Amenfatha. He looks up at me again. I tried to tell them. The Builder's souls have touched even the Estremoran.
You'd better explain yourself.
The 2 attending tribesmen look from the Amenfatha to me, their sword hands ready. Her slitted pupils narrow. There are other souls in this place and in you. You must listen to them. Listen to what? Right now, my ears only hear your nonsense. This other Orland, do you know who he is? Right now, I'm more interested in who you are. The Builder's souls have touched even the Estremoran.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galuth on Anams, a watcher of souls.
Yes, I'm a watcher. She nods. That explains much.
Feralt's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Feralt, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anamphath of our tribe then. When the Estremoric farmers defiled the Builder's monuments, Feralt urged the other Anamphatha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed. Feralt believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the Builders as we do. He also believed the Builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
At least you don't have the Hollowborn to deal with. Maybe you're better off than you thought. The burden of the Onoflin has been light on our shoulders, but I am not so naive as to think that we are immune from this affliction, or that its presence among our neighbors does not also threaten us. As I am often reminded, we share a fragile border.
While Feralt's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
An image of a polished Adra cube flashes into my mind. There is writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for me to read it. The Amenfatha turns away from me and looks at the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. You cannot change the past, but your choices now still matter. She looks at me sadly. Yes, that is the problem.
Another Estremor came through here a few days ago, and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The Guided Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with Estremoran. One that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man, who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
That sounds like the man I came here to stop.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar twin elms from Estramoran to protect the ancient places that the Builders left behind. The Builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
Again, I see the polished Adra cornerstone in my mind. This time, the image is clear. Each face of the stone is inscribed with the phrase I know by heart. I feel my lips form words. A gift from the builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door while the builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
I know.
Very well. The city is yours to explore. Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the guided compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elms Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
In the meantime, I shall be here to assist you. One of my companions, a representative of the Valian Republics, wishes to discuss a trade issue with you. The Orlin turns her gaze towards Pelagina. Yes, the Valian godlike, blessed of Hylia. Pelagina bristles and quickly spits out a response. So they say. The Anamainfath's face shows no outward emotion, but her voice betrays annoyance at Pelagina's interruption. And diplomat of the Duke's Bells, I understand you were to be sent here with trade assurances from your masters. Revered Anamainfath, it is true that I was chosen to convey these assurances, but understand that I was fashioned more for war than etiquette. The Orlin smirks slightly. In these dangerous times, perhaps it is better to send warriors to do diplomats' work. Pelagina musters a weak smile. Indeed, Anamainfath, regarding the exclusive trade agreement. Her voice quavers slightly, and her golden eyes dart in my direction. Nod head. I'm going to smile at her warmly. I have to approve of what she wishes to do. Pelagina steels herself. The Republics feel it would be in the best long-term interests of all parties if you maintain your traditional good trades with the Dyrwood. The Anamainfath's long ears pitch forward. A strange turn? What do the Republics want, then? Pelagina speaks quickly but confidently. Tia Andreth Tara Pearls. Trade will be picking up quickly on them in the Eastern Reach. You will buy them exclusively for us for the next 5 years. In exchange, we will be your exclusive market for Adraban and Carol Golan for the same period. The Anamainfath considers Pelagina's words for several long moments. An interesting proposition, Valian. We will send emissaries south to discuss the details at greater length. Your appearance here speaks well of your Duke's intentions. Pelagina bows deeply. Revered Anamainfath.
That's it. My position in the Brotherhood gone. I can't believe I just made up new trade terms to the Glanfathan and Anamainfath. Postinago.
Pelagina, you did the right thing for the Republics, even if the Dukes can't see it from their vantage. You can deal with their disapproval later.
Verus. They have a saying in Biajepe. New gold clears even the oldest debts. If I'm right, all will be forgiven. If not, there's nothing I can do about it now.
We have free run of the city, apparently. Let's take advantage of that.